I got to go hands-on with some brand new Samsung devices, the Galaxy S25 FE and the Galaxy Tab S11 series. And let me tell you, these are looking like some seriously fun upgrades for fall of 2025. So let's dig in, check out all the new products, and I will give you some of my early thoughts. What's up, s'mores? I'm Shannon Morse. Welcome back to my channel where we dive into tech that is smart, secure, and stylish. So first up is the Galaxy S25 FE. This is Samsung's Fan Edition line and an upgrade from the A series if you are looking for a phone with a little bit more of a punch without a huge price tag. First up, we have the display. It is rocking a 6.7-inch FHD Plus dynamic AMOLED 2X panel with up to a 120Hz refresh rate and vision booster. Scrolling through feeds and flipping through between applications felt really smooth, even under the bright lights of this demo area where I was hanging out. I could still see the screen really clearly. I do want to take this thing out into the Colorado sun. I mean, we are really close to the sun up here to see how it really fares. Then we have the design. The phone is slimmer than last year's FE, about 8% thinner. It feels surprisingly light in hand at 190 grams. The enhanced armor aluminum frame and the Gorilla Glass Victus Plus give it that premium durability vibe, and it's also IP68 water resistant, so yes, it should survive any kind of clumsy moments. Ask me how I know. I tried to be real careful with these units, so no, I didn't drop any for testing, so I'm sorry about that. It is just slightly smaller than my S25 Ultra in both height and width, as you can see here. In terms of colors, the navy and the icy blue were my favorites, but there are 4 beautiful colors to choose from. I love the matte feel and the backing on these phones. They look really similar to the S models in terms of design. Then we have the cameras, which are quite a flex for an FE edition. On the back, you've got a 50 megapixel f1.8 wide with OIS. There's a 12 megapixel f2.2 aperture ultra wide and an 8 megapixel telephoto with 3 times optical and up to 30 times digital zoom. And this one is a 2.4 aperture. Selfie lovers out there, just like me, we get a 12 megapixel f2.2 front camera as well. Samsung is saying it's a 20% resolution bump over the S24 FE, and you also now get all those AI tools like Generative Edit, Instant Slo-Mo, that's a new one, and Audio Eraser. Now these are generally going to work the same as other Samsung devices, so these AI features will probably feel very familiar if you've had previous Samsung devices too, especially from the recent generations that use AI. In terms of performance, inside is the Exynos 2400 paired with 8 gigs of RAM and up to 256 gigs of storage. It also has a larger vapor chamber for cooling. Apparently it's 13% bigger than last year. The battery is the biggest FE battery yet at 4,900 milliamps per hour with wired fast charging. That's 65% in about 30 minutes if you spring for the 45-watt charger, which you would have to purchase separately. Wireless charging and wireless power share are also still here too. For the software, we're running Android 16 on One UI 8. I did notice that the new Now bar is there for multitasking. You also have like screen and camera sharing with AI and Samsung's context-aware AI. Security-wise, we're getting this new thing called Keep, which is Knox Enhanced Encrypted Protection, the Knox Vault, and a personal data engine. So basically, this means we're getting app sandboxing, so different apps can't show data to each other, and Samsung is really doubling down on the privacy here, which I very much appreciate. It starts at $649.99. I think this might be one of the best mid-tier phones for people who want flagship vibes without the flagship price, but of course, a full review will really determine how strong of a competitor this phone is at the end of the day. By the way, do you want to see more early hands-on of new devices? Subscribe to see all of my upcoming videos in your feed. That will also help YouTube know that you are interested in more of my videos. And a big Patreon shout out to my s'mores. You can join them and support my channel by going over to patreon.com/Shannon Morse for perks like early video access and my private Discord. But as usual, all the videos on my channel are free to watch, and I thank my YouTube members and my s'mores, my patrons, for making that possible. Now we gotta talk about tablets, in particular the Galaxy Tab S11 series. Now these things are huge upgrades. Personally, I love the Samsung tablets. I have bought the last 2 generations and I intend to upgrade to this one as well. So first up we have the design. Both tablets are wrapped in armor aluminum. They are IP68 protected and they come in gray or silver. The Tab S11 Ultra is ridiculously thin at 0.2 inches and it weighs just 1.52 pounds. For a 14.6 inch tablet, that's pretty lightweight. And the regular S11 is smaller. That one is 11 inches and it's even lighter at 1.06 pounds. The display on both of these is a dynamic AMOLED 2X display with up to 120 Hz refresh rates, and the peak brightness is 1600 nits. Samsung also added that anti-reflective coating to the larger, the Ultra of the two, which makes a really big difference in bright demo lights. The Ultra is a 2960 by 1848 resolution display. The 11-inch version is a 2560 by 1600 display. Now in terms of performance, both of these are using the same CPU. That's a MediaTek Dimensity 9400 Plus, which promises faster performance for the CPU at 24%, the GPU at 27%, and the NPU at 33%. That means you're gonna get smoother multitasking, especially with upgraded DeX mode. I do want to mention DeX. This now supports multiple workspaces, extended displays, and separate setups. So I use DeX on my tablet all the time. It's this killer feature, and I am totally nerding out over all of those new modes. I actually got to see a lot of these demoed in person, and they are so cool and so fluid and so natural and so easy to use. And I really appreciate that. I love DeX so much. If you haven't used DeX on a nice big tablet, it's totally worth it. Like, I've used that thing all the time. It's one of my favorite features. Now for storage, the Ultra can go up to 16 gigs of RAM, that's quite a bit, and 1 terabyte of storage with a micro SD card slot support for up to 2 terabytes extra. The regular Tab S11 tops out at 12 gigs of RAM and 512 gigs of storage, but it also supports micro SD. I'm really happy to see that they did not take that away. That's so exciting. The battery, the Ultra packs an 11,600 milliampere hour battery. The S11 is an 8,400 milliampere hour. Both of those charge at 45 watts. The charger is sold separately though. And then for connectivity, the Ultra is getting a Wi-Fi 7 card. The S11 has a Wi-Fi 6E card. Both of those have quad speakers and an under display fingerprint sensor. Android 16 with One UI 8 is coming to the tablet as well. Plus you have the Galaxy AI features now available in the tablet, like Gemini Live overlays, writing and drawing assist, Spotlight app partnerships like Notion, LumaFusion, Clips, Studio Paint, GoodNotes I think are a few of the ones that they had mentioned. The AI features are built in really well. They are very intuitive and very easy to access, just like on your phone. So if you have used any of these AI capabilities on your phone, it'll be really easy to understand how to use them on your tablet as well. You can also do things like share your screen or your camera for help understanding what's in front of you via AI, that screen sharing, and you can use the voice features just like on your phone. Now the new S Pen. Really excited about this too. The S Pen is redesigned to feel like a real pencil, and it honestly does. It feels like a real pencil when you're holding it. It's got this hexagonal grip, and I'll show you some close-ups here, with this cone-shaped tip at the very end, and it's included in the box too, so you don't have to pay extra for it. Writing on the display felt really natural, almost like pen on paper. Also, it has a new pop-up menu whenever you hold it close to your tablet, and that lets you quickly access features like AI, different tips, and more. So this is a little bit different from the previous S Pen menus that we've seen pop up on our devices. You see this one is more of a circular design, and it's also customizable. This was really cool to see. I also use my S Pen on my tablet a ton for things like quick photo edits, translating, and moving stuff around, I mean, quite simply. So I was very interested in this one too. It is indeed comfy to hold. It feels just like a pencil, and I really can't wait to test it out more. Okay, for the prices, the Tab S11 Ultra starts at $1199.99, and the Tab S11 starts at $799.99, and I do believe you can do some trade-ins there and get that price a little bit lower too. And yes, you will need a new keyboard cover. The pogo pin on both of these the placement has changed. Now, luckily, a new cover is going to be available with a Pro version coming soon. So after going hands-on, here's a few first impressions. The S25 FE, it feels like the perfect fan phone. It's balanced in terms of the price and the cameras, the really great display, and you also have Samsung's AI suite. The Tab S11 Ultra is basically a portable studio with that huge screen and the redesigned S Pen. This one is going to be on my wish list to upgrade to. That's definitely going on the wish list. And then we have the regular S11, which might be the sweet spot for folks who want power without carrying around like a dinner plate sized tablet. Because yes, I know, the Ultra is a very large tablet. I love it though. Both product lines launch today, September 4th, and I will be testing them more in depth soon. So if you want to see that, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye y'all.